I feel like nothing has happened yet. So much has happened.
I was gonna say we should start. It's like a copyright issue. You can't, but like just playing Deja Vu by Olivia Rodrigo, and I was like, oh, I can't. But like,
That is going to be the title of this episode.
I was gonna say she's basically sponsoring us. Not really, but like in
Mm.
theory, her words
She's sponsoring hockey
become
right
real.
now. It's not
Yes.
Tate McRae, actually. It's Olivia
No,
Rodrigo.
she genuinely like wrote the scripts,
So
which
if you
is
missed it,
crazy.
uh, the Minnesota Frost won.
Oh my God, I forgot about that too. Okay, yeah,
Yeah,
she
the
really is
Minnesota
writing.
Frost went
Yeah.
back to back Walter Cup champions. Congratulations to them.
Yes.
Um, we have deja vu in the form of the Edmonton Oilers and the Florida Panthers will be having a game eight. um,
Game like
on
5,000.
yeah, on Wednesday.
Never ends.
It's never gonna end, is it? Um, and the biggest form of deja vu, better than revenge,
Oh,
the OG version, is once again ours.
very true. It's
I'm
back.
so delighted. I only have the physical copies of like the Taylor's versions and then like the ones that she's already owned.
Really?
Well, I like I didn't really start collecting vinyl until after she had already
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
so
I was it's gonna sound, I feel like it's gonna date me, but it's not because I'm not that old, but I'm old enough. You can't see it because they're below me, but I have a entire shelf of CDs. That was like my form of choice of
I'm sure I
using music
have a Taylor Swift CD
when I was
somewhere,
younger.
but I don't
So
have a CD player.
no. Well, that's what I did when I was
Well, yeah.
again, bringing back my One Direction phase. I own like every single deluxe version of every album of anybody I've ever loved in my entire life. I am insane. I'm so sorry to admit it to you. We already knew this. But I have the original Red and the original 1989, and I remember before we got 1989 Taylor's version, which she doesn't do this anymore, which I wish she did. In the album book, she used to capitalize certain letters, and like if you put them in order, it was another message
Yeah.
that related to the album. And I sat there and I didn't ever do it when I was younger, so I did it before we got this version of it, and I was like, "This is so fun! I'm like cracking a code. It was so cool." I don't own any in vinyl, no, I don't.
Yeah, I
But
own um
well, I have like Evermore and all that, but it doesn't really. Well, it does count, but not count in the sense of that.
I don't have Fearless, but I have all the other ones.
Love it.
At least like the Taylor's versions. I have all four of the 1989 ones.
Oh my God.
I hate myself
You
for it a
didn't. I
little
say
bit.
don't fall for the variations, girl. That's like the easiest. It can get
They were
you,
all
but
so
I'm
pretty
always trying to be
though.
like true.
It's
See, I
fine.
split it though. Like I got the color I wanted in vinyl, and I got the other color in a CD, and then I was like, okay, we're fine. I have two I wanted. We're good.
That's valid.
That's fine.
So I only have Taylor's version of like 1989. And that's what I was choosing to listen to today. And I haven't cracked out any records in a while. And I was like, let
I
me put
love
on a
it.
record. And so I put on half of 1989 and then I put on the new Paramore album, This Is Why.
Ooh.
But I was like all day yesterday listening to like Baby Taylor and I was texting you and I was like, she sounds so little.
I like haven't. I couldn't tell you the last time I listened to any of the OGs that weren't debut and rep,
Yeah.
like purposefully.
Which I just found
Well,
out that some people
some,
weren't listening to debut and rep at all.
yeah, I couldn't commit to that. I'm so
Which
sorry. I
I
haven't
didn't
listened
listen
to
to
the other
debut as
ones.
much
No,
because
but like Reputation's like
my
one of my
favorite
top
album.
three. Yeah,
Yeah,
so like it's been on repeat. I'm so sorry. But
sorry.
like minus when I'm like out places and I hear the non-Taylor's version, I like haven't consciously chosen.
Yeah,
Like the
I
right
don't
word.
consciously listen to.
Yeah, so like I have not heard like the original love story in like 5 years.
No, it was
And I'm like, oh my God, this is
That's the Way
crazy.
I Loved You.
It's
Um
yeah,
she sounds like a oh my God. I was like, "Oh my God, I forgot how little she
she's
was. She was
little.
like 17."
Yeah,
Ugh,
it's crazy.
to be young.
But I love them. It's like it's so feels weird to me. Like I can't get my brain to wrap around it.
No.
But
I knew it was happening like the second she announced that she was re-recording, I was like, okay, that's great. This is going to devalue her masters. She'll be able to buy them back at some
yeah,
point. And then especially with the Eras tour and how much money she made, I was like, there's literally no way she doesn't buy them back. It's just a matter of like
hmm
when
when
and
and
making sure
how,
that
yeah.
Scooter Braun is not involved. And there were rumors
I
about it a
roll
few
for anybody
weeks
not
ago.
seeing us.
Yeah,
Oh, about the AMAs. Oh, there's a whole thing about the AMAs.
I know. Well, that's okay. Whoever on her team decided that they were going to make the website literally spell out AMAs, that's on them. Um,
True.
so there was a rumor a few weeks ago that Scooter Braun had approached the private equity firm that he had sold the Masters to,
Hmm.
which is the Shamrock, whatever
Yeah.
it's called, um, for 600 million to $1 billion is like what he was valuing the Masters at. Taylor eventually was able to buy them back for $360 million,
Mm.
which is so much money, but like in the grand scheme of
Yeah.
things, it devalued a lot. And also like her,
Yes.
oh my God, the amount of people that were like, oh my God, is she broke? And I was like, guys, no, she traded,
She just became a billionaire too, so like I
well,
don't
because
think
she,
this.
no, she also traded like, well, they were like worried she wasn't going to be a billionaire anymore.
Oh,
Um,
okay. But
which I don't really, it doesn't matter.
who's thinking about that? I'm like, the albums are back. What else
But
is
she went from like liquid assets to now she just has like appreciating assets, which are the
Yeah.
albums and the masters, which are like they're not, she didn't do anything new to debut or reputation, and they are both charting again.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Like, yeah, I know.
So I'm
It's so good.
feeling very parasocial this week, and I'm very proud of my close and personal friend Taylor Swift, and I am
Me.
very happy for my close and personal friends Josh Allen and Haley Steinfeld for getting
Oh
married.
yeah,
They
I
looked
just saw that
gorgeous,
before too.
and I'm having a very parasocial week, which is horrible considering the episode last week. But I'm not being creepy and weird about it on the
Normal
internet.
about it. Yeah, I was gonna say normal about it. We're just
Um,
happy. We're loving
yeah.
it.
That's obviously the most important thing that happened last week. I also,
Yeah,
she
actually.
said that she recorded, like re-recorded debut and she's going to come out with it. And I'm well aware that she is going to keep the, and you won't mind if I say, but
Oh,
I
you're not. It's not
need.
gonna happen.
I don't care. I so desperately need either like an old physical copy
Just
or
pretend.
something that
Yeah.
says, and I'll tell mine that you're gay because it doesn't need to be changed,
You
Taylor.
know
It's
what?
okay.
So
We
this
love
is
you anyway.
funny. I literally just saw this. Was it a tweet the other day, or maybe it was today? Um, which made me like think about this because I was like, yeah, nobody batted an eye, but as we mentioned, Miss Olivia Rodrigo. Olivia Rodrigo and Sabrina
Sabrina
Carpenter
Carpenter.
both have said something very, very
Yeah.
similar to that in their own songs. And I'm like, okay, we're vibing. It's totally fine. I have never once seen anybody make a big deal about that ever.
I would
But I
argue
was
that
like, wait a
Olivia's is
sec.
even like quote unquote worse than
Yeah.
Taylor's. And I don't know. And
But
like
like in
I
context, I'm like,
understand
why?
I don't know. I understand why she changed it and I understand why she changed Better Than Revenge. Um but like at least with
I'm so sorry. My mom walked the dogs, and our neighborhood dog that I love down the street is out, and my mom sent me a picture of her, and I'm very
oh,
sad.
do you
It's
need to
okay.
go?
No, she's all the way down the street. I'm not gonna catch
Okay.
them. Her
Okay.
name's Lizzie. She's the cutest dog ever. But I don't. She's not my dog. I
You're
just
gonna
see
have to
her.
send me pictures later.
I'll send these pictures to me. 'Cause I'm like, no. Anyway,
Um, no, like I understand why she changed it, and I'm really happy that we have like the Better Than Revenge OG version. And
yeah.
like I would sing the new version because it is like poetic and whatever, but I was also still screaming the old lyrics
I
over the new
know.
ones. However, with Picture to Burn, I have never, ever, ever, ever once sang it the correct way.
No, I agree. I forget how many of them like got switched or changed or like moved around.
It's pretty much just those two, I think.
Yeah, my well, you said this, and I had this other argument too, because I am a firm Lover's another one of my favorites, and I'm a firm believer,
Oh, the
and I
Hey
am
Kids spelling is fun.
yes, I am mad to this day. People bullied her about that, and if you ever play that song around me, I say it word for word to
It's
like
a
I can't
I still say the ad
different
lib.
situation.
It's like when I sing Delicate in the car
Hey
and I
kids,
go
oh, yeah,
like
true,
one,
me too.
two, three, let's go, bitch.
I
Like you
said
just
the bad
have
blood,
to.
yeah. I was like, why? That's a whole other conversation about why you think you deserve to hear it a certain way or like you don't like it to whatever. But
I will be very honest and say that I don't like me, and that has more to do with
Mackenzie,
and that has
it's
more
fun.
to do with Brendan Urie than
Okay,
it does
yes.
Taylor Swift.
But like most people point to it being like goofy or silly, and I'm like, but that's like the point.
Well, I have
That's the
heard
whole
like the demo
idea.
versions where it's slower and more acoustic, and I do
Yeah,
like that one better. I think just like this again, like I think it's like the production of that song that like hits my ears in the wrong way. Like
that's
there's
so
the whole
real.
conversation about like 440 hertz versus I want to
Yeah.
say 434 and like how music is tuned and
Hmm.
like the difference. Oh, it's a whole thing. If you don't know, it's a really fun rabbit hole to fall down about how
I just watched
440.
a TikTok on it the other day. I
So
forget
like
who was explaining it.
440 hertz music is actually like attuned to kind of like annoy your body a little bit and it makes you more like susceptible to propaganda. So
Mm.
there's like this whole go look it up on TikTok. It's like a really
I
interesting watch.
cannot remember who I saw explaining it, but I literally just watched TikTok on it not so long ago. And I was like, oh my God, no way.
I know
What does he
Raven
know?
Simone talked about it on
That's
her
probably what
podcast,
yes, I think I saw a clip of the literally that video on TikTok,
probably.
I think.
Um, but like that's how that song feels to me. Like how like it's just like a little bit annoying the way that it's produced, and I don't know what's wrong with it, but that's my
Yeah, I know
opinion.
what you
That's
mean.
anyways. Um, this is not a Taylor Swift podcast,
No, but
unfortunately.
we are it like I think I even tweeted it. I was like, it made me forget that I have to like sit here and think about hockey
Yeah,
and this final that
specifically.
I don't really want to watch. But I have
Can you
to.
hear me?
Yeah.
I swear to God, sometimes I can hear myself and sometimes I can't. And I'm always worried that we're going to
You
record this
can
and there's going to
always
be,
hear yourself.
but like in my
Oh,
headphones.
wow. I was
And
like,
I'm,
Mackenzie.
listen,
But yes, I can hear
it's been a
you.
week.
I also I would alert you because I would also I feel like would not be talking to you if I
Well,
couldn't hear you.
if it was like quieter or something, because I
Oh,
feel
oh.
like,
I still would say
I
something.
don't know, it's fine.
You're fine.
It's fine.
You're all good. In full form. We're fine.
So this is not a Taylor Swift podcast. This is a hockey podcast. It's called Read Between the
Unfortunately.
Blue Lines. I'm Mackenzie. I'm not Brianna. I'm Mackenzie. That's
I'm Brianna.
Brianna.
Is that the first time
Oh,
we said my full
uh,
name on the pod?
sorry. I'm
It's
outing
fine.
you.
I don't care. I like when I introduce myself to people, I say that, but I'm always like Brianna, but you can call me Brie because nobody ever says it right, and I'm sick of it.
Fair
So
enough.
I just don't. I'm like not used to it. But when someone addresses me like that, I'm like,
I have a question.
who
I have
are
a really
you?
stupid question. Did you change
Okay.
your voicemail?
No.
Okay, so then I had a dream that you changed your voicemail.
Well, I actually have to change it, but it is not changed yet.
Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know,
Oh,
Brianna's voicemail was recorded a long time
I'm
ago.
like 12 years old in my
I
voicemail, and
know, but
this is
it's
solely because my
really
mom
cute.
like refused to let me change it forever because she was like, I have to record it because like, she wanted to remember it. And I was like, yeah, fine, whatever. But it's gotten to the point where I'm like 25 years old and I'm like, I cannot have like somebody professionally calling me and leave a voicemail because they're gonna have like an
Okay,
infant answer the phone or whatever. Like it's
but
so bad.
it's really cute and you pronounce your name so like you really pronounce it and
Yeah.
it's adorable. And I guess I had a dream that I was calling you the other night and you had changed it and I was like, "Brianna, what did you do?"
It has not changed yet.
Because
It has
also
to
like
be
the
done.
way that you changed it to was so like
Boring.
monotonous and sounded like a AI. I was like, "What is going
Okay, I
on?"
would absolutely never do that. But
Someone I know posted their a Facebook photo of them and it's completely AI and it's like their new profile picture. And it's like, "You look gorgeous." And she's like, "Thank you. It's AI." And like is super proud
that's
of
not a
herself.
compliment.
And I'm like,
No, no, no. No, no, no.
I've had three people this week tell me to just use AI, and I'm like, no, no,
I meant that in the comment of
no.
like I wouldn't ever sound like boring, but also would not be doing that. So yeah.
Well, no, yeah, it was very like it's kind of like how I would leave a voicemail is like and I was like, what happened to Brianna?
Hello?
And
I
then
was
I
like body swapped.
also
That's not me.
I should know that this was definitely a dream because I'm pretty sure I called your brother afterwards and I don't have his phone number.
Yeah,
So that yeah, no, it was definitely a
that's
dream.
funny. No,
Because
it's
for
not
a minute
changed
I
yet.
really was like,
I'll alert you when it's changed so you are aware that if you go to voicemail again, it is not going to be the same voicemail.
I go
But
to
I have not
voicemail a
gotten around to that
lot.
yet. Yeah, my phone's always on silent,
It's
so.
also it's not that. It's because I like phone calls and I don't think you like phone calls as much.
Well, I do, but like I've gotten so into the habit of like when I'm in my car going to work, I'm like listening to a book or something, and then I'm like, I
I'm
can't.
the
Also,
worst
when I like
because Brianna
connect
will be
my
like,
phone to
I'm
my
driving.
car, Yeah,
and I call
I'm
her.
so sorry if you need me when I'm driving my car, you're not getting to me until I get to my destination. This is just not happening.
No, it's because like they're like when we're going to Sirens games, we're trying to like coordinate things, and I'm calling her, and she's like, I like you
I like
sound
will
so
stop at
unenthusiastic.
the I'll stop at the stoplight like right next to Peru, and I'll be like, "Oh, McKenzie texted me like half an hour ago, and I was on the highway."
Well, I don't want you texting while driving, which is why I call you when I know that you're driving, and then you still don't answer. It's fine.
Yeah, because I
Um,
never like if I hook my phone up to the car, I don't do it so my calls come through because then it interrupts whatever I'm listening to. And then I'm
yeah, but it
like,
just pauses it.
yeah, yeah, true. I drove a car for 8 years that had absolutely no Bluetooth capability, and now that I have one, I'm still like, no, I don't need that. I'm just about listening to my thing. It's cool.
Valid.
Anyway, on my
Yeah,
little rant.
I use my car as a time to like I get my calls out of the way, which is so
Makes
frustrating
sense.
because one of the reasons I like am horrible at calling my grandfather is that he will not talk to you when you're in a car.
Okay. Why?
Doesn't
Because he
matter
thinks
if
you're
you're a
like physically
yeah, it doesn't matter if you're a
on the
passenger
phone.
in the car. He thinks that it's like so distracting and and like so like if I call him when my mom's driving, he's like, "No, you're in a car. Goodbye. I'll talk." And like doesn't even give you the time of day. He goes, "Are you in a car?" And I could be like, "I'm
Hang up.
parked," and he'll still hang up on you.
Oh my God. You just like if you're like I'm parked, but I'm outside the car.
No, he like
That's crazy.
because like I don't know if he can like hear like the Bluetooth or like sometimes I just have him in my headphones and he's like, "Are you in a car?" I'm like, "No, I'm sitting at my house. You're just on Bluetooth. I
No,
promise it's fine."
that's real.
I love his safety
But
concern, but also that like I'll
to
call
get
my
with it
aunt
a
for like
little.
3 hours and just
Yeah.
shoot the shit because that's I have a
Yep.
3 hour car ride to
You might
Prudential
as
Center.
well. Yeah.
So,
That's oh my God.
well, like my really long car rides to Boston, I do the same thing. And I'm like,
Yeah, it makes
who can
sense.
I call?
I love that.
And then when I'm home, if people try to call me or like talk to me, I'm like, no. My least favorite is when I am driving and I try to call someone to catch up and they don't answer and then they call me when I get to my location or they call me
Oh,
when
and
I'm
you
home
can't.
and I'm like,
Yeah.
no, even if like I'm home, I'm like, I'm not in the mood to have a two
We've
hour
missed the
long conversation
opportunity.
anymore.
Yeah.
Now I want to scroll on
Sorry.
TikTok.
Oh my God.
You
It's a
missed
brain
your
rot.
window of opportunity.
Yep. That makes
Speaking of
sense.
TikTok, Fanatics liked my video and I'm
Yeah, Mackenzie's
having
an
a
influencer over
moment.
here.
I'm not. We can actually thank Jenna for the idea. She's like, I want to take a video of
Love
you
that.
watching the hockey game at the basketball game. And I was like, honestly, that's a valid because it's what I do.
Yeah.
Um, and like, not that it went viral, but I was like, ooh, Fanatics.
Hmm.
So Fanatics,
Iconic.
I'm right here. I am open for business.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
You're seeing another animal?
Yeah, hold on. My mom's carrying my dog back home. I don't know why. So,
Okay. Okay. We can move on.
okay.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Woo. Oh, real quick on the book front. I think I said this in the last podcast, but I am reading the Windy City series for the first time. And
Yes, as we love.
um uh, this is the last book. I'm not well because it's gonna end and I don't want it to.
That's why I like keep putting it off. I hate that's why I also hate series. Like I love
See,
them, but
but
I'm
here's the
also like
problem is for every other book, I have been like play by play texting you my reactions and predictions, and I can't for this
yeah,
one
and
because you
then in
haven't read it
turn,
yet.
yeah, but in turn I feel like absolutely horrible about myself because I have like been working nonstop and I'm like I haven't read I'm like gonna finish my book in like 2 days and I've been reading it for a week and Mackenzie's like read five and I'm like, oh, that's great, love it.
Okay,
It's
to be
cool.
very fair, we currently have very different schedules, and I didn't read it all like during the
Yeah,
hockey
I'm like not
season,
having a
like
great time.
the regular season.
But yeah, I'm like pushing. That's my biggest pet peeve about series. And it always ends up happening with me where I get a good one and I'm like, I either rush through it and I get to the end and I'm like, okay, great. But then I'm also, when I'm reading the last one, I'm like, I no. I'm
I'm
like,
also
what needs
like
to stop?
I'm also a little apprehensive. So I posted about it and I was texting one of my friends because she's like, "Oh my God, you're finally there." And I was like, "I am." And I basically texted her what I think the plot's gonna be, and she was like, "Let me know when you're done." And I was like, "Oh, great, I guessed it again. Okay,
Hmm.
cool." Which I've done to Bree 4 out of 4 times, I
I
think at
haven't said
this
anything.
point.
I'm just not gonna say because I'm just
Um,
vibing.
But with this one, she was like, this is like he's one of my favorite like main male characters.
Yeah.
I'm not having that experience yet. To be fair,
Interesting.
I I also was in the middle of the chapter when you were like, "I'm ready," and I was like, "Ah, okay."
Oh, you could have finished.
No, I'm on like 100 page like 122 or something.
Still early.
It's still early,
Early enough.
but like by this point of all of the other books, I was like smitten for all of the guys.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah.
And I understand why I am not, because also like I think because we've seen Rio for 4 books already, like there's like this expectation of what he like who he is.
Yeah.
And I understand why I'm having the feelings I'm feeling, but I'm also like,
Stop. Yeah,
it's
I get that.
fine.
It's okay.
I love that you narrate my facial expressions because I forget that this is an audio platform.
Oh,
Which is great. Anyways, so hockey, um the Minnesota Frost won. All of the games went to overtime. It was insane.
I feel so bad for Ottawa,
I feel horrible for them. I feel
but
horrible for Gwyneth Phillips. Give her a gun.
yeah. I just I think it's cool it's a repeat, but I feel like now it's getting I feel like it's also hard because there's only 6 teams, so like you can't really expect a different team to win it every single year when there's only 4 that make it and
Well, I
it's a
mean, you saw the
2-round
Montreal
playoff.
Canadiens the first like however many years of the
Yeah,
NHL.
so like it's a normal experience, but I'm just kind of like, all right. They were all 1-goal games. You were all in overtime. It honestly could have gone either way.
Yeah, it was a
But
really
I think
even
at
series, which was
some point I
nice.
was kind of like, no, I want Ottawa to win. Just like it was their first playoffs, whatever. It did not happen,
It would have been a really good
unfortunately.
story for Ottawa
Yeah,
to win.
which I don't want to say selfishly love that, but I love when things like that happen.
Mm.
Um, but good for them. I think it's sick. They get to, I guess they're the only ones keeping Minnesota's title as state of hockey because I guess Florida should probably rival that, but the Frost are like, haha, we're not dead. And they're keeping it alive.
All I know
But
is that we cannot give a PWHL team to Florida.
no, like not right now. Please give it a couple years. Like, I'm so
Um,
sorry.
Let the NHL teams lose a little bit first.
But yeah, good for them. Yeah,
I I'm happy for them. It was some great hockey. It was super
it was
entertaining.
crazy.
I'm really happy that Phillips won the MVP award. I think I would have
Yeah.
rioted had she not.
I don't know who else they
Um,
would have. I knew it was coming, so I was like, who else are you gonna give it to? Like, I'm sure you have other options, but that was the most obvious one.
yeah.
And she deserved it, despite the fact they didn't win, which hurts probably even more. But
Yeah, she looked so sad in the pictures.
I
But
know, and how the whole team waited for her to get it, and I was like, why? I hate. Oh, that makes it the worst. I love when people win it, but I'm like, don't. I don't want to see them being sad. I'm sorry, but
yeah.
next year, there's next year. However, that might
Yeah.
work because we don't know yet. But next year,
Well, so okay, let's talk about it. So there's going to be an expansion draft. And
correct.
the easiest way for me to explain that,
In like basic terms,
yeah, so
like
each of the original 6 teams is going to protect 3 players. That means that those players cannot
can't
be
get.
traded or like they cannot be selected by PWHL Seattle or PWHL Vancouver in the expansion
Yep.
draft. That list is due June 3rd.
Mhm.
We already have some rumblings of who's being protected, who's not being protected. And then after those, they have like an exclusive signing period where like all of the other players are up for grabs.
Yeah.
And then once that's over, each team can protect one more player.
Yes. I
And
kind of am
then,
sad that they're not doing it like the NHL does, where like they actually do it like a "Hey, I'm picking you" kind of thing, like all at once. Because it not, I don't want to like make Vegas to me in the NHL. The Vegas's one was that sounds incorrect. the way they did it for Vegas was way better than like how it went for Seattle, in my opinion. But I think the idea of like having it all happen at once instead of over a certain time kind of takes the anxiety of it out for fans because then I mean, I'm sure most people get done early on, but I like wish it
Well,
was like at one, okay, we're sitting down, here it is, blah blah blah, pick your people. It's
well,
not
so
happening that way, but
after they protect one more player, then they like go back and forth until each team has
they fill out
12.
the roster. Yeah. No, it should no. I can't do math. 12 is just forwards.
Yeah, but I think it's until each team has 12. And then they get the rest of their players during the
Yeah,
draft.
okay, yeah, yeah, to the draft.
Or
Because
like
I'm
they
like,
can
yeah, yeah.
sign
Free agency,
international.
etc. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, wait a second. I can't do math in my head, but that doesn't seem right.
We also do not know the order of the actual draft that is happening at the end of June. All we know is that New York is going first.
hmm After that,
And then I think they said that we're going to find out after the expansion draft. My suggestion would be New York, Boston, and then like flip a coin between Seattle and Vancouver, put them at 3-4, and then the four playoff teams in the order that they got eliminated.
yeah.
Um,
I think I've seen them being like New York, whoever, Seattle, Vancouver, and then the rest of them,
yeah.
which I don't
But
really
I
know how
think that
you. I
Boston
feel like
should
that,
get,
but I was gonna say, I feel like it makes it, not that it's not deep enough, but I feel like it makes it unfair to the other teams to be like, those were my picks. And then you just kind of came in here and were like, okay, now they're yours. And you're like, wait a second, I was supposed to draft there. So
yeah,
it'll
but
be interesting. So I'm gonna,
I think everyone is like very worried that Seattle and Vancouver are going to become like the most stacked teams. And I
yeah,
can't remember if I actually said this on the podcast or not, but there is a cap. I definitely think I
it's,
did say this.
yeah, no, I think you told me.
I don't remember.
I
Yeah, I
don't
don't
know if
remember
you
if we
said
actually
here.
talked about it, but like you literally cannot hire all of the superstars in the
No,
league.
it's not possible. Like money wise, you cannot do it. It's not happening.
Yeah. So we both have like a list of who we would protect, and we're gonna keep our lists because we made them before some of the rumors came out. So we're just gonna go with it
Yeah,
that way. So yeah, we have a list of the people we
Alice.
want to like save.
Makes it sound like we're like on a sinking ship. You're like, who would you put in a lifeboat and who would you not?
Well, who are you like protecting, I guess.
Yeah,
So
and saving.
yeah. All right. So for Montreal, I also like definitely didn't only put three for these, which is I think I put like four for most of them.
I think some of mine have four, some of my other ones have like just three. But
So for Montreal, and the reason I have four for Montreal is because I don't think that there is a world where they do not protect Laura Stacy.
yeah,
Um, which I get it, but I also like if you're like Seattle or Vancouver, you know that you're only getting her for like a rental basically.
yes.
But I don't think it's worth it for Montreal to like risk Poulin
Yeah,
being
to take the
unhappy.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah. Cause like
that
watch,
is
like
valid.
they don't protect Stacy and then Poulin's like, actually I want to trade.
Can you just unprotect me and take somebody else? Actually,
Yeah.
sorry.
So for me from Montreal, I have Poulin, Stacy, and then I have Ambrose and Debian, like either or.
Interchangeably.
Because again, I think my list would be Poulin, Ambrose, Debian, but like I feel like you have to protect Stacy. I think if I
Yeah.
had to choose between Ambrose and Debian, it would be Ambrose. However,
Ooh.
she doesn't seem to think that she's staying.
Yeah.
I think that there is enough. I think that you can get away with not protecting your goalie if you're Montreal because they have a good backup and there's like more talent that they have available in like a trade or like the
True. Like they could
upcoming
acquire
draft.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
literally nothing against ABN. I just think that Ambrose is a really pivotal piece to that team, and I don't see how
Hmm.
you get rid of her.
Yeah,
Also, like if
makes
she's not
sense.
protected, I don't see how if you're Seattle or Vancouver, you don't sweep her
Don't
up
take her.
in 10
Yeah.
seconds. Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are like, I don't want to say they're taking the chance, but like, I think it kind of sucks that there's only three spots and they're just like, you have to kind of count on Vancouver and Seattle to be like, I don't want that player for whatever reason to be like, oh, age or how much time you're getting off of whatever,
Yeah.
or I don't know if they take into consideration how much the fan base would like
Well,
their
that's
fan base would love it, but not the
when we
fan
get
base
to
of the team that could
Boston,
take it.
we're gonna talk about it a little
But I
bit.
feel like there's a lot of faith to be like, no, they wouldn't take that person if they're this is what happened to Flurry. That's what this
Yep.
is. Like they're not gonna take that person. No way. But I feel like I'm like you can't just go off that assumption that just because there might be better options available, they don't want because also we've talked about it before, the the names and the recognition are gonna get people in your seats.
Yep.
And even if it's a year or two, if that's something you're trying to build your team around for the very first season or whatever, that might be worth it for them to use that. So anyway, I just feel like a lot of people are just like, no, that they would never take this person like her if we didn't protect them. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't count on that. My list was exactly the same for Montreal, except I only left three. I just did not put Ambrose on there. I did Poulin, Stacy. Because again, I feel like I don't want to say package deal, but it's very much package deal to
Yeah.
me. I also feel like again the fan base would probably hate that if they split them up, even unintentionally, if that's what you want to call it. If a team came in and took it. I'm so sorry if you can hear that. One of the kids next door is beating something on the ground, like a baseball bat.
Interesting.
Normal, like he's hitting the ground. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's so hard because like there's so many other ways that and players I would pick, but
I'm gonna cry
during
when
I don't
Kayla Barnes gets drafted in the expansion draft. I need everyone to know that right now.
know. I was like, wait, she'd be so good to hold or protect, but I'm like, then you only have three spots or four if you count the four, and then like, but you don't know if
But
she'll be there at that point.
yep. Yep.
It's so hard.
I
It's
hate
so
it. I
hard.
hate
It's
it.
so hard. I don't like that at all. I'm like,
You're
stop,
breaking
because
up
I'm like
families.
five space. Yeah, for real. Like genuinely. What
I
are you
hate it.
doing? But yes, I agree with that list. That's what I would have. I'm not a GM. That's what I would have done.
So for Boston, and this is
Correct.
part of the rumors that are kind of like scaring me right now.
I've seen it like well when you say it, I'm gonna say something else I saw because it's related.
So as far as like maybe they won't take them because of their age or because they know the fan base won't like it or yada yada yada, there are
Any of the
rumors that Hillary Knight is not going to be protected by the Boston fleet. Obviously, this has not been confirmed.
mm-mm.
I am like literally like my heart dropped into my ass when I saw that this morning. Um,
I feel like what so I was gonna say going off that, I've seen out of all the rumors or people saying whatever, the only captain I've seen like that's a definite on the list
is
is
Pullen.
Poulin.
Yep.
Every other one has been left. That includes Kendall Coyne Schofield. That includes Brianne Jenner in Ottawa. Yeah, that does include Hillary Knight if that's what it is. So, which to me, like logically, I guess it makes sense because we've talked about like they're nearing the end of their career, et cetera, which is fine. But again, you cannot. I feel like you can't the assumption that people are just not they're not going to take those players based on that
How do
like
you
you
not?
like and
If
I just there's so many I
I
can't even
will,
articulate my thoughts.
I will say, I believe that some of Hillary's family like lives on the West Coast.
She's from Utah, right? Because someone mentioned that her last Olympics, like in 2030, they're in Utah, and they're like, why would she wait? She's from Utah because they did something there. I'm gonna look it up. Hold on. Hold. I know she's from Utah.
Maybe her girlfriend is from Seattle.
Oh wait, now she's from, it says California. Why was there a whole thing about them in Utah?
Are you talking about
Did she
Katie
grow up there?
Ledecky?
No. I swear to God, this season they had a thing.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, she trains there. So she
Okay.
like okay, okay. So she's like she didn't okay, that makes sense. I was like I thought she was from Utah and I'm like, okay. Anyway, yeah, she's from California, says the internet.
Yeah, so
So
I
that would
think
make
like her
sense.
family's over there. I think her girlfriend might be from like Seattle. So I understand why like that might be like a good move for
A
her.
closer, yeah,
I just don't want it to happen. Um,
denial.
so that being said, my list for Boston is Knight, Tapani, and then Mueller and Frankel.
Mm,
I think out of that, I would save Mueller over Frankel. Again,
you hate all the
I
goalies.
don't hate the
You just cut
goalies.
them.
I really don't hate the goalies. I love all of the goalies. I'm just trying to look at it like I don't
I
know.
know
I
the
really don't
so
know.
mine for Boston, I also did. I went Hillary Knight, Aaron Frankel, and you didn't put her on the list, but I went Megan Keller.
I was debating it, but
Um, but if I didn't put Hillary Knight, my other pick would have been Mueller because if it would have been like Mueller, Frankel, Keller. If I didn't put Hillary Knight, but then again, I was like, I feels wrong to not put Hillary Knight in there, so I
it
did.
feels completely wrong to not put Hillary Knight there. And I
But
really want to know what Boston is thinking.
I I went goalie. I think I went a goalie for every team. No, maybe not. I don't remember. When I get there, I will.
I did not. I can tell you
But
very
I feel
confidently
like
that I did not.
Frankel. I was trying to be like your. I hate using the word franchise goalie because we're only 2 years into this, so I don't know if you can say that.
I don't
I
want Franco
will
to
say
leave
it.
Boston because I love the whole Green Monster thing. I love it.
Yeah, but I also think like I'm trying to think of it as like what Seattle and Vancouver would see, and you need good goaltending. And I feel like the options, I don't know if she'd be the best option, but she'd be a solid option. And I feel like leaving her up would
So the
screw
reason
Boston a little bit.
I didn't put her there like as my primary three is because that
She
be
wouldn't get taken.
I think that she had a rough enough season to where there might be other options who are better
Yeah.
suited
But
for
that's if,
Seattle
but
or
this
Vancouver.
is the same question where like if those better options are not protected, she is the best option. Or sorry, if they are protected,
Yes, but
she is the best
also
option.
Frankel is one of those people that I would see doing like she's a rental. You only have her
Yeah.
for a year before she basically is like send me back to
That's what
Boston.
I just don't. The more we talk about this, I'm like, how is this gonna like work
I've
out?
I
I'm
all
like,
I know is that the lists are going to make me
hello,
cry. All of the
what's
lists
going
are going
on?
to make me cry.
Yeah, I'm just not. I know again we're early, but I'm like one of my one of my friends who's a Sirens fan was like, I'm gonna have to write like goodbye letters to like all these players. I'm like, stop. What do you mean? I was like, no, 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 we're not talking about this. What are you
I
talking about?
might crash out if some of the sirens aren't there next year.
Yeah, I'm like, what do you mean? Like in my head, I know it's happening, but I can't process the fact that the team is physically changing. I'm like, hold on.
Because there are some people
So,
that like especially like for the sirens because like we work so closely with them um that I'm like emotionally attached to
yeah, you
and
have favorites. I have favorites. Yeah, it's so
I
nice.
just
But I just, I don't like it.
but I think like especially for us like the sirens is really hard because we do media with them and so we do talk to these players like a lot
Yeah.
um and so I don't know I don't know okay anyways
Frost.
yeah
The,
um
we're going
this one I have
Minnesota.
three because I've changed my
I
mind.
also did three.
I have Heisey.
Hmm?
I always butcher her last name, but Sophie
Jax.
Jax. Okay.
Yep.
I've heard Jake's, I've heard Jacques,
Jake's, Jax. I think I've
that
heard
one.
Jax.
And then Kava.
Sophie. Interesting. I did, maybe it is Jake's. Why am I like blanking?
I think it's Jake's.
Jake's, Jax? I'll just look it up. Um, I put her on my list. I put Taylor Heisey on my list, and then I also, because it felt wrong, I put Kendall Coyne Schofield on there because I also feel like she would not, like I feel like she would make it so she doesn't leave.
I put I put Quinn Schofield there as well. Originally, I took her off because I don't feel like she is
So this
one
is
of
my
the
argument.
top 12 players
No,
in the league right now.
I also feel like this is where it gets complicated because like she's a household name in the sense of what she's done, but
Yeah.
like if you're looking at building a team, she's not somebody that like you think of her as the captain of Minnesota, but you think of her because of everything she's done. I
But
don't look at Minnesota and be like, I think Minnesota, I'm like Taylor Heisey.
she's great leadership for the team. She
Yeah,
is a
but like
great
she's not
leader in women's sports. She is not
the
the
corner
best. No,
point of that team. Like that's what I mean. But it still felt weird. Like I don't know. It's one of those things where I'm like I feel like I should put it on there and I don't know if
but I feel like she's one of those players that the other team wouldn't take because
that's
of
what yeah.
the thought that like she really isn't, and I love her. This is literally nothing against her. She is not one of the players that I'm like, you need to have them on your team.
No. I
Unless you
just
are
think
severely lacking leadership. However, I think that
yeah.
at some point, like any of these, like I think like Sonia is probably gonna be
Yeah.
some probably gonna get taken in the expansion draft. Like she would be a great leadership piece for a team.
Yeah,
I feel
I
like
also
there are
think though
enough
like
elder players, like elder, like
to supplement it, yeah.
like respect your elders. Like there's enough of them that you don't need
Yeah.
to take Quinn Schofield
I
from
also
Minnesota.
think like I feel like cuz it's she is who she is. I feel like she it would be on her terms to be like she wants to finish her career in Minnesota and like if she doesn't want to leave, I feel like Minnesota would be like okay, fine.
Yeah.
So that's kind of is she the best option to fit in that spot? Probably not. There's probably other people you want to put there. But I feel like what's the word I'm looking for? Not like I don't know the word I'm looking for. But they would do it based on like the principle of having her there
Well, that's my thought. Like
because
my
of who
thought with
she is.
Stacy, where I feel like again, I don't know how I don't think the players can talk to the other teams or whatever. But
No,
like
not until that period opens.
yeah, but there has to be some kind of understanding of I am not leaving, and if you take me, I'm retiring.
Well, that's the other thing. But that's what I mean. Like this is why I don't
Because I
like
could see
expansion
Stacy
drafts. I
and
don't
Coin
like it.
Schofields doing that, where like if they
Yeah.
get taken, they're like, I'm not doing it. I'm
But then like
sorry.
this is what I mean. Like I don't know if there's a plan for that because if that happens, then like how does Seattle and Vancouver supplement that spot?
Well, they don't.
Only in the
I think that
draft?
they just wouldn't take them.
That's yeah. I just
Like the way that the Rangers were like either you waive your no movement clause or we trade you or
yeah.
like
It's like
whatever, we put you on
that's what
waivers.
it's like an unspoken
Yeah.
like you wouldn't do this because you know, which I don't know if I like that anymore, but it makes sense. I
This
guess
whole thing is really tricky.
we're not having a good time. This is like not fun. Okay,
All right, so Toronto,
Toronto.
I put Fast,
Mm.
Comfer,
Mm.
and then I put Watson Miller as interchangeable players.
So
I do not think that Nurse is going to be protected.
I did the same thing. I did fast. I almost said the other way. Watts and Comfort. I didn't think you'd put Comfort on there. Jesse, for anybody who's listening, my little abs heart. I have watched Jesse Comfort play hockey for so many years. It's actually
Yeah.
insane. Her brother used to actually won the cup with the Avs. Not no longer an Av. He plays on the Red Wings. Um, but I love her. She's my one of my absolute favorites. And I think I put her on my list for this because I thought she was more of she's not superstar level, but she's very much a very good depth player,
I think
and
she's critical
she's
to the
so
Toronto
good.
team.
Yes, so, and I feel like this season really proved that. I also fought with myself about Miller and Nurse because she's such a good player, but this is my other thing where we only have three spots. If you leave her unprotected and try and get her for your fourth, I have no doubt Seattle or Vancouver isn't coming in to get her. There's no way.
No, but I will say, so like we were saying with you need like these names
Yeah.
to kind of like build your team and keep
Supplement the yeah.
momentum. Like I know like they both sold Seattle and Vancouver both sold out like their season ticket memberships and whatever. that's only a percentage of your seats, and you still need like external media to pay attention to you, and you still need casual fans to come to you.
Mm,
And I think that leaving Nurse up for grabs is probably better for the league overall
yeah.
for her to end up going to another market. I think that she's a phenomenal player.
Hmm.
I don't know that her talents are being utilized to the best of their ability in Toronto. And so I think it would be interesting to have Seattle or Vancouver take Nurse and then build a team like around
Around
her,
her. Yeah.
which like you don't build a team around one person, obviously, but
No, but
I,
she'd be a good starting point
yeah,
for that. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard because I think she's done so much in Toronto in terms of like getting that team on the map and like you all like everybody knows who Sarah Nurse is, which I that does feed into okay, she goes to a new market. Now everybody wants to go see her play, so you're gonna Seattle or Vancouver, you're gonna go see her play at her home rink if that's where she goes, and then when she comes to visit as the away team, however that works, it's just like weird to me to think of her not in Toronto now, which is weird because again we're only 2 years in, but I'm just like no what but she was I didn't put her on my initial list, and when I went through battling, I would if I had to pick, I would have put Miller on still over Nurse, which I feel so bad
yeah.
saying that.
I hate it. I hate
I'm
it,
like,
but it
no,
is what it is.
can you just leave them all there? Yeah, so that's it. There was a lot of options. I feel like on Toronto. That was when I didn't take a goalie in. Look at me.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my. If they actually, I might fight if they don't keep Jesse. Might have to riot, but it's okay. Not
I'll be
really, but
happy to watch her
be
play
okay.
wherever though.
Yeah, I know. That's my thing. Like, I'm like, they're still playing, which is nice. It's just like the weirdest part of having to adjust to new teams and new rosters and people not being there that you're used to, which I'm not entirely a
Yeah.
fan of, but it's normal,
Yeah.
unfortunately. So,
Ottawa,
yeah.
I put
Ottawa.
I will say I did make this list before the finals. But I put
Oh,
Phillips,
okay.
Vanisova, and Jenner.
That's what I did.
Great.
I also like this is I don't want to say recency bias, but last year Matchmeyer was so good. And I think she doesn't get the benefit of the doubt this season because she missed so much time since she was injured.
Yeah.
Um, but I also like I would if she was healthy and had a really good season, I probably would have picked her. But I also feel like the fact that we've seen Phillips as a rookie goaltender do what she did this season, you can't risk letting her go. And that's why I was kind of like, okay, she's got to go on there.
Yeah. I
And
think
I
her,
don't that was like a
especially in the
no-brainer.
finals, like you have
Yeah,
to.
it was a no-brainer for me. I just like last if you asked me in the beginning of the season if that was happening, I wouldn't have it would have been the opposite
No,
in my mind.
absolutely.
But I do think now she's definitely like that corner piece for them, especially net. So I was like, yeah, of course, that's who it is. But this was also an easy one. I feel like Ottawa, I don't know, Ottawa's such a weird one to me. Like,
I think that they have players that are really, really good. And like, I love Gabby Hughes. However,
yeah.
I would love to see her personality thrive in another market, maybe. Like, I think that she would be good to like draw in more people because she's so likable.
Oh, I also forgot I had this other now Gabby Hughes and Emily Clark was another one that I
Yep.
very much debated switching her out with Jenner, and then I was like, but again,
I think if you were going to get rid of Jenner, I would save Clark.
her, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I like
That's the only like,
I think Ottawa's probably thinking like Vanasova and Clark and then probably Phillips at this point.
yeah,
Um,
which again makes total sense. It's just like crazy
yeah.
to me. What's happening? We're gonna have a bad day when these lists come out.
Yep, we're gonna have a horrible day.
I'm not gonna be
This
having a good day.
yeah, the Sirens.
Yeah,
I
gotta
don't
go. Okay, we should preface this first off. I don't know how this is gonna work by the time I'm guessing we'll know. by time this list comes out. Sarah Fillier is technically has does not have a contract right now. New York
But
owns her
I think
rights.
New York, so yeah, New York owns her rights, and so
Yes.
therefore she is
So
eligible to
she,
be protected. I
but if they
believe.
protect her and she doesn't sign there, it's like a waste,
I don't think
which
they would
is
protect her without
silly.
signing her, or at least having an
No,
understanding
that's
that
why I
she'd be
agree.
signed.
It's just very like we're sitting
And
here and I'm like, it's just,
Pascal made it very clear that they want to
yeah,
keep her,
I don't know
and
how
they
you
will
don't,
do whatever it takes to keep her.
as they should. I also think that'd be terrible for them if they don't, if she leaves. But
Yes. You want to talk about missing the playoffs? If
keeping
you
it in the
lose
short
Fillier,
streak,
I'm so
yes.
concerned.
Yeah, like there's so many other things we need to figure out first. Um, I actually have four on the list for
Yeah.
New York, but I
So
did
again,
good.
New York is difficult because I'm trying to look at it objectively, and then part of me is like, but I like talking to her.
Yeah, I very much this is it's also hard because there's a bug in my room.
Not
Is it a
fun.
ladybug? I don't know what
Oh,
it is. Anyway, I can't tell. It's flying around. Um, it's I think it's easy when we look at Montreal, like there's a very clear divide in that roster that like these are your really good players. These are your players that are your depth pieces, still getting there, rookies, whatever. And I hate to say this about New York. There's
they're
like
all very
three, four
even.
players that like yeah, that's what I mean. Like there are some that like exceed expectations and then like but they all kind of fit in the same pool of like
But
they are
here's
well-rounded enough.
yeah, but here's the thing. I feel like
I feel like I'm not describing it the right way.
it's like Fillier, the rest of the New York roster.
That's what I mean.
And it's
They're all
which
on the
like
same level to me, which is like why it's so hard to be like who do you keep over who because they're all like
I have
even in my
6 for
mind.
this one
I think I have four or five.
because
No,
I
I have
put
four.
when we were making these
I
lists, we
cut
did
it
put the
down.
caveat that we weren't sure if Fillier was going to be able to be protected. And so we kind of
Yes.
were like, if she's able to be protected, you're obviously protecting her. If
Hmm.
not, though, here are the other people you could
Who
protect.
you should. Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, Fillier is obviously on the list.
All of that for this. Yes.
You go first.
Okay.
I don't want to say it.
Um, I did, it's gonna be so obvious and I don't exactly like it, but I feel like in a counterpoint of what will happen, I feel like this is what it will be. Um, my four, I went with Fillier, Alex Carpenter, Alice Shelton, Corrine Schroeder. But I did it like Schroeder would go over Shelton as much as I hate that.
Okay.
So it would be like Fillier, Carpenter, Schroeder. If Shelton is still there, she'd be the fourth.
Okay.
That's how I looked at it. I don't like it, but that's how I went at it. But
I also put Shelton Carpenter and Schroeder.
wow, look
Um,
at us.
my two other ones are Jesse Eldridge and Abby Rock.
Yeah, I had a hard time not putting Desi on the. I really like.
Jesse and Abby
I'm
are
not
two
good.
people that while you may look at the entire league and go, when you look at them as players and the energy that they bring to a locker
Hmm.
room, and
I also,
Jesse's a great hockey player. Like
yeah,
when you look at her stats, like she's up there. And so I have a
yeah,
hard time not protecting her.
I agree. And I also think when it comes, it's gonna sound like kind of cheesy in the sense of like what's getting people in the building, but Abby is such a fan favorite
Yes.
that like I think if she leaves, you lose so many Sirens fans for the sole fact of like she's your favorite player, you're gonna follow her wherever she goes. And I think that
Yeah.
is so hard. Like
And that's how I feel about Hillary
you,
Knight, like in
yeah,
Boston. Like
like
that's
it's just that's I think so much of what would drive them to keep her. And she's an amazing hockey player too, I think, but it's just in the terms of like the way I know a lot of fans look at her is that's the reason they watch the PWHL. That's the reason they root for the Sirens is because they love Abby,
yeah.
not because
Well,
that's the team they picked. You know what I mean? Like
I'm
it's
the
just
f-
a hand in hand thing.
I'm the first one to say like I love the Sirens. I am a Boston Fleet fan because Hillary Knight
Yeah,
is there and I will
that's what I
follow her
mean.
wherever she goes.
That's what I
So
mean.
like if she ends up going to Seattle, I will be a Seattle whatever they are called immediately.
No, but
Like
that's exactly how I feel like.
immediately.
And I think it's so hard because I know so many people watch the Sirens for her and like they already I don't know how they do like fan base wise on the internet, which sounds silly, but
Not as well as the other teams.
no, but like also I think that's half the reason that people come to see her play, which is why we go back to people come to see Poulin play. Like I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Like that's going to be such a big blow if they lose her, if another team takes it. And I have no doubts that
Well,
Seattle
because
and Vancouver wouldn't look at her
there's
cuz
24 players who are getting removed from these rosters. And when I
oh
look
yeah.
at Jesse and Abby from like the whole league's perspective,
I
I
love
want them on my
Jesse.
team. And
Yeah,
I will cry if Jesse leaves.
I know.
I think she would actually be so fun in Vancouver or Seattle. I will literally cry if she leaves because I
Yeah.
love talking to her. And I like in my head, I have like again, like we work with the Sirens and I like we have plans to work with them like pretty closely next season and like do more media with them. And like I have plans in my head of like things I want to do with certain players. And I'm like, oh my God, they might not be there. And I'm having a
I know, that's what
really,
I
really
mean.
hard time with it.
I'm not having a fun time. Yeah, like I
No,
like going back to last season and everything, I'm just
there
like,
are
stop.
literally tears in my eyes.
I can't I'm like not ready for that. Stop it.
No, I'm really not.
So
I'm not ready for it.
I want to speak to whoever decided on only three spots. Like we need to have a conversation.
It's hard though, because
Three is not enough.
no, it's
I know there's only
not.
so many players and you have to build two new rosters, but like one extra without two people getting taken already, please. Four off the bat. That's it.
But
I'm
also
just
that
not.
being like I'm trying to look at New York and I'm trying to think of like who the first two that would be taken are.
Probably Jesse and Abby.
I know.
Because I don't like unless they make the decision to leave Schroeder out, somebody would probably take her. And then that's even worse because then who the heck are you playing in goal? Uh, mm, this is the one where I was like, I feel like you have to keep one of every position,
Yeah.
which makes it even harder because then you have to pick between Fillier and Carpenter, which is
Is there a world in which they don't
borderline.
protect Fillier?
I I feel like only if she has told them she does not want to come back and like wants to play somewhere else. But like that would
I
also be terrible.
and like I
I just
we everyone has been saying this. New York is going to get hit the hardest with this
yeah.
because it's a very even team. We don't have any like big name superstars, and it's gonna be really hard
Yeah.
to it's gonna be rough. Like they might have to trade, they might have to make like a really big trade at some point and try to figure out like give a few players for like one big player because I'm like they're gonna miss the playoffs again next year. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah.
They like a lot needs to change and as far as it sounds, it doesn't sound like they're changing their coach. It doesn't sound like a lot is changing in like that whole scenario and I am just it's gonna be really it's gonna be a gut punch if they miss 3 years in a
Yeah.
row. So
I'm not a fan of that.
no.
Yeah. We're just not having a good time.
No, it's gonna be rough.
I'm not loving it.
Really quickly because I want to get back to reading my book. The Stanley Cup playoffs finals start on June 4th. It's going to be the Edmonton
Hmm.
Oilers versus the Florida Panthers.
Rematch.
The Oilers don't want to die. The Panthers don't want to lose. And I feel like it's going to come down to will. I, I don't really have a lot of thoughts that like you can't find elsewhere, like really
Yeah, it's
easily. So I don't really.
I like we were talking about it at work and everybody's like, "Yeah, it's gonna be so cool for a rematch." And I was like, the last time we had one, I was like 8 and 9, and I was not fully like I was conscious of it, but I was not like aware enough to be like, these are the same two teams.
I
Blah blah
will
blah.
say, I think if you are a hockey, like I don't think I've seen a singular person who is not like a diehard fan of either of those teams who is like, yeah,
No, literally. It's like,
like the
okay,
ratings for this are going to be bad,
yeah.
especially in the
The
US.
only thing I think, like, uh, I don't exactly want to see McDavid win a cup. I don't even know why. Because it's kind of funny just be like, haha, he has everything but a cup. But at the same
Brianna.
time, I know it's like petty. I just think it's like kind of a fun, like not fun, but like I don't know how to explain it. It's just like karma in a way.
What has he ever done to you?
But nothing. I just think it's like ironic. That's the word I'm looking for. It's just
Okay.
ironic. But the way like I think I told you the history of how like things have happened for other players and
Yeah,
X amount
yeah,
of rematches and that also mean Canada gets a cup, which I think would be the funniest thing ever because Bettman apparently
yeah.
hates Canada, so like let them have it. So that's where I'm like, okay, I'll root for the Oilers, I guess. But like still it's like two evils. I don't want either
Yeah.
of them back. Somebody win and then don't come back for a while.
I would rather the
Thank you
Oilers
very much.
win,
Me too.
but
If the I'm so I feel so bad for the Panthers. We say so many bad things. I'm just like I
they're a great hockey team.
yes. I'm just annoyed. I
I'm
am
just annoyed
annoyed
that they're
by
not my
them.
team.
Yeah.
Like, that's all it is. I really don't mean to knock the Panthers. They are probably one of the best playoff teams we've seen, like built for the playoffs
Mm,
that we've seen in a long time. And like, all props to them. I am just mad that it is not my team, and I will admit that openly
yeah.
and freely. I don't love the head contact.
Yeah.
And if we could remove that, I don't think I'd have a problem with them. Like,
Agreed.
I have some personal issues with certain people on the team, but that doesn't detract from the fact that they are an outstanding hockey team.
Yeah.
I also have issues with people on the Oilers that I don't love.
Yes.
Um, one of them very specifically, but like
Yeah.
it is what it is, and but as a whole team and like the vibes around the team, I guess I would rather the Oilers win.
Yeah.
Um, I think at this point, like Canada just needs a cup because
I also think
I'm
like
kind of sick
how
of hearing that the US has all the cups, even though half of their players are from Canada.
yeah, I also think like well, no, I'd have to like go back and actually look at it, but the fact that everybody we look at McDavid as like the best of the current
Yeah,
generation and if they lose again, it still means he doesn't have a cup, but like it's back to back cup like final losses,
yeah.
which like I can't think anybody off the top of my head that was like his caliber that's done that. Like in art when I've so I feel like it just has to go that way, and I know it wouldn't be great in the US, but I also feel like for the league itself to finally be able to say he won a cup that at least generates enough.
It is huge for CCM if he wins.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
again, I know like Canada, like I know you don't root for teams that aren't yours and whatever, but like I feel like it's like time. Yeah, I don't know.
I've heard quite a few Canadians say that they would just root for, like at this point, just Canada to
Yeah,
get a cup.
I just true.
Also, like
I don't know. I just
if you are McDavid and you don't win again,
so wait. Okay, perfect transition. Sorry, I literally thought about this because I was building the thing. I got so excited. We were talking about free agents.
oh,
Actually, free agency starts in a month, so get ready. Um, and
sorry, that got me so
I'm so sorry. I got so excited. So Mackenzie was like, I think I texted her and she didn't answer my text, so I put it on there anyway when you guys see the post about players who are eligible for contract extensions come July 1st. Because if you're in the last year of your contract on July
oh
1st in free agency, you can get signed to a contract extension. If not, you wait forever and ever until you sign it or you don't. My point of this is come July 1st, Connor McDavid is eligible for a contract extension.
yeah.
But my when he said that, I was like, if he loses, Do you wait out? Does he wait out that year and decide to go somewhere
No,
else?
I
Or
wouldn't.
you stay in Edmonton the entire time and like I don't even I just it's kind of like the Sid conversation where people are like, "Oh, he should go somewhere else to win a cup." But Sid is like what's
Yeah,
the
but
word? Starts with
here's
an
the
A.
thing. Sid won a cup.
That's what I mean. So now
Sid's
it's like,
done
okay,
it.
I get it. But I'm like, at that point, do you like what do you do? Like if you lose and then you have to see like do you sign to stay there or do you just wait it out until next season to see if you get back and then maybe win it again? Like how many
So
times do you go through the same thing?
okay. When we're comparing him to Sidney Crosby,
It's not even well, I say it is kind of the same, but not really the same
I'm
at all.
just Sid has a cup. There have also like it was very clear that the Penguins organization wanted to do whatever possible
Prioritized it.
to keep
Yes.
Sid
Yes.
and make him happy. And at this point, Sid is happy and Sid wants to take 8.7 and just ride
Yep.
out the end of his career,
That is it.
which great for him.
Love it.
Um, Ovechkin has only won one cup with the Capitals and has been there for
Yeah.
20 years. And so I guess the same could be said for why he's never left.
Mm,
But which also there's been so much drama about him this week with the
yeah.
email that got sent
Sorry.
out and then it got retracted, but obviously that email was sent out for a reason and then his wife came out and was like, "Yeah, no, we're done. Like, what are you talking about?" And she even
He's
seemed hesitant to
see,
say
this
that
is
they were
like
staying this year. So I was
my
like,
this is my thing. Like we already knew we only had 1 year left on his contract, so like I don't know why it's such a big deal.
I
Because
know.
I'm like we kind of already is like figured that's what was happening. Like, do you need it to be official or like that you can just wait until it happens? But that's just me. Whatever.
Yeah, but I think that
Um,
there's something to be said for like season ticket holders or like
yeah, of course. To be
potentials and
like,
wanting
this
to
is
be
your
there.
last
Yeah.
time. Yes, I do agree.
Like it's a good sales pitch.
Yeah.
But I if you are Connor McDavid, do you feel as though the Oilers are doing everything in their power to get you a cup? Because I would say no.
I
And
don't
I will
think
say
so.
no very confidently based on their goalie situation.
I was
I
gonna
know
say
that Stuart Skinner is literally on cocaine right now, and I don't know what he's
that,
doing. However,
but if that's exactly, but the only thing like they've fixed like everything else but the goaltending. And I've made this point. I make this point. Everybody at work made the same point. When the Avs won the cup, they had like it was Darcy Kemper in that. Which no offense to Darcy Kemper, he's a good goalie. He's not an all-star goalie.
no.
He just had to be good enough behind them to win games.
Yeah,
And Edmonton hasn't made a move at all to even get like a somewhat above average goaltender. And I think that's the
consistently
only
above average.
yes, not like at the most random times or in the playoffs when you're like losing a series, etc.,
And like,
whatever.
I know that's when it matters. I know that's when it counts.
But you
But
want
if
that
you
all the
have a
time.
mediocre goalie the entire season, you're not getting to
It's
the
not.
playoffs again.
Yes. And that's I think the only thing that like if you are being like, okay, is that team doing everything to get I didn't put Leon in that conversation, like Connor and Leon in their primes to get them both a cup. And
Yeah.
I would say no. Because if you wanted it that bad, you would do something about that goaltending situation. And I think if they lose this year, there's no way they don't do something. I would
Well, they
hope they
have
don't do
to. Even if
something.
they do win, I would do something.
I agree. Yeah, I know.
So my thing is, if I'm Connor McDavid,
I love how every other sentence you're like, if you're Connor McDavid, if I'm
if
Connor
I'm Connor
McDavid,
McDavid's agent, okay,
yes.
I'm looking at Mikko Rantanen and the amount that he's gonna make come next season for the next 8 seasons.
Well, it's still less than. Wait, still less than McDavid.
McDavid does not have a $14 million contract.
No, that's he did not get 14 million. That's Drysdale got 14. Ranson is 12. McDavid's at 12.6 right now. Leon signed the 14 million at the
Oh,
beginning
Leon.
of this
Okay.
season. Yeah,
Okay.
so
So if I'm
Leon,
looking
so
at
they're like,
Leon and I'm looking,
yes,
but okay, but
your
I'm
best
looking at,
buddy.
okay, sorry. Mikko Rantanen was offered 14
Yes,
million in
and he
Carolina,
didn't.
at least
Yes,
hype theoretically.
as we know.
if I'm looking at that and I'm looking at like what Mitch Marner is probably going to ask for in free agency,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm looking at the cap going up, and I'm looking at these, the states don't have state income tax. Um, Also, McDavid does not like the media.
No,
So again, I don't see a world in where he loses and doesn't at least look.
consider. Yeah.
Because with the way that he's playing, and he has a lot left in him, at
Mm-hmm.
least as a healthy person, I I I think he could get 16 out of a team.
I agree. It's just
I think Kucherov could also get 16 out of a team. Um,
Kucherov isn't even a lot.
but I'm
Let me
looking
go into
at
this.
I'm
Oh, it's
looking at
9.5.
the next few years, and I'm looking at the cap going up,
Yeah.
and I just
It's just like I don't think anybody's even thought that far ahead yet, but I'm like this is like it's soon. And like he doesn't have to sign that contract extension as soon as it's available, but if he lets it wait throughout the season to consider and then like suddenly decides he doesn't want to stay, I don't like which is so valid.
like
But
maybe
it's an
if you're
option. Like it
him,
could happen.
like maybe you're looking at like seeing what management is willing to do,
Yeah. But
because I don't know. It's really
it's
hard
tough.
to look at
Yeah.
it. And it's a very different situation, but it's a similar situation with like Matt Barzal on
Yeah.
the Islanders. Like if management doesn't start looking at like because he's a playmaker, he passes. If you don't have
Yes.
goal scorers on your team, that doesn't help. And so if you're
Doesn't do
him
anything.
and you
Yeah.
want to be in the Hall of Fame, you need to
Hmm?
get better goal scorers around you. And so
Yep.
like for him, I'd for like I freaking switch Mitch and Matt apparently is what I feel like is coming.
Yeah.
Um which is horrible. I feel like there is room for a really big shakeup
Yeah.
within like the next 2 years of free
I
agency.
literally, when I put that list together for like the contract extensions, I was like, if any of these players go to free agency, it's gonna be insane. Like
Imagine a Connor
crazy.
McDavid free agency
Yeah.
period.
Hmm. I feel like
Insanity.
Edmonton might lose their mind. Just a little.
Well, because how do you like if you're looking
You
even if
can't
you're looking at
replace
a
him.
no, but even if you're looking at a contract extension for McDavid, I'm not accepting less than 13.5
Yeah.
if I'm him.
But this also brings up the conversation, which comes back, everything comes back to Sid. We've learned this. Um, Sid and his superstitious 8.7. Sid and his superstitious 8.7 helped the Pens build a better team around him because
Yeah.
he said, I only want X amount of money, use that money for other players so we can win a cup. And I know not every player is looking at it like that, but when you have, say, McDavid, Draisaitl is getting paid $14 million for the next 8 years, which is insane. Cap will go up, yes. McDavid gets paid, say he gets 13, 13.5, whatever. That's $27 million just in two players a year, which I don't know how you build a winning team when you're paying two players that much money, but I imagine it's not very good.
Well, especially with
So,
Shesterkin getting the contract that he did.
yeah,
And like if
it
that
just
ma if Shesterkin doesn't literally have a shutout every single game next season, I swear
one
to
go-
God.
only one goal allowed every game. I'm so sorry.
Literally.
Two is the
Um,
max.
but like if you're a goaltender and you're looking at Shesterkin's stats and you're looking at yours and
Mhm.
like also is Otter going to be staying in Dallas? That's another
Yeah,
question that
that's
we
a whole
have.
other. We didn't even get
Um,
there. Oh my god, that's a whole other thing.
but
It's
like
so crazy.
there's so much to consider about the cap increase and the
Mhm.
amount that players are getting paid. And I also like if you are another sport like fanatic and you're listening to us right now for the first time ever, like one, I'm so sorry. Two,
Why are you apologizing? We want them to stay.
I know, I'm just saying. Um,
I'm so sorry.
like obviously like hockey players get paid less. It's like the least popular sport in
Yes.
the United States, whatever. Out of like the big four at least.
Mhm.
In hockey terms, spending $30 million on two players.
Is a lot. That's
It's a
almost half your
lot,
cap. Almost,
especially if you end up in a Carey Price situation.
yeah. Which, oh, God, it's just crazy. It's wild.
But I just like it's real like I think like I think okay,
This is a hot take.
possibly
Okay.
with the way that Luke Hughes has been playing,
Oh, he's gonna get like eight by eight though.
he might get a higher contract than Jack though.
He
With
probably will.
like he might get like a 9 by 8.
Yeah. Uh,
Um with the way that
yeah.
he's been playing. Also, by the way, Luke Hughes is not offer sheet eligible.
Oh yeah, I know. Everybody's
He
been bringing this up.
cannot be offer sheeted this summer.
Bestie, I need you all to go like familiar yourself with all of
Well,
these
no, no, no.
things.
You don't have to. You don't have to be that into the sport.
No,
However, if you're going to go online and start talking about it,
don't
please
say
just
it.
do a quick Google search real
Exactly.
quick.
Exactly. It's not that hard.
Why is
Like,
it beeping?
please. I don't know. It's not good.
It sounded like an oven going off. It's fine. There is someone else in my house. It's
Cookies.
fine.
Oh.
No. If my brothers were home, maybe, but they're not home.
Oh.
Um,
Sorry.
it's okay. I I just like there's just so many implications with the cap that I have a really hard time.
Yeah. And I feel like it's gonna sound like kind of silly, I think, for me, but I feel like a lot of teams and players are gonna like jump the gun by demanding to get paid so much, and the teams are gonna realize later on when they're stuck in those contracts, like, oh, this wasn't a great idea, and now we're kind of stuck with it, and you're gonna have to ride out or whatever your consequences are for doing that, and I don't think that's gonna be good
But I think with the
because they
cap going up, you're not going to have any players like Sid who are willing to take less,
no, but
especially
that's
when
why I
you're
don't
looking at
like it.
like comparative players.
Yeah, I don't think
So,
that's, but I think like when I don't know, maybe it's me being sensible. Like, and I don't get paid millions of dollars a year at all.
but that
But like,
being said,
if
they're
you have an
getting
end
paid.
goal, yes,
What is the like I understand
that's
that
what
there's a difference,
yes,
but like there are people in this like when you talk about like first world problems,
yeah, literally.
you're really gonna screw over your team's chance of winning a cup because you want $15 million a year.
Also, like my point is though, if you have this end goal, it should not matter how you get there money wise if you get there. Like
I
you want to win a
also
cup, okay, great. Here's how you do it.
like in
Not
the
how you do it.
grand
I don't
scheme,
know, but
again, I'm never gonna have this much money. What is the difference
me,
between $10 million a year and $15 million a year? Like genuinely.
they get to say
You have one less house? Okay,
that,
I'm so
or like,
sorry.
yeah, and then you get to be like, I'm the highest paid player, blah blah blah. If that's even
But at what
relevant,
point do people start
but
like and this is what's happening with Igor and his contract hasn't even kicked in yet.
yeah.
Is every single time he has a bad night, all you see on social media is 11 mil,
hmm
11 mil, 11 mil, 11 mil.
Also, I didn't see it this much this season, but the same thing it said about Austin Matthews, where you're paying him how much money and he doesn't score, and you're like, well, you're
Yep.
paying him to do that, and then it becomes like it's not even like you are the player, it's like you're just like the figure of what you're getting paid,
Yeah.
and that's it. Like they're not looking at you as who you are as a player because they're just like, oh, you're paying how much money and he's not doing whatever he's supposed to be doing.
But that's like we're gonna get to that point
Oh
probably
yeah,
with some of these like if with all of these players at a certain point if you keep demanding more money and you're not winning a cup, why are we
what's
giving
the
you
point?
money? Why
Yep.
and like again, I don't know how often these players are going on social media and seeing like contract specific
Yeah,
conversations online. But like, woof, man, that's
I know.
rough.
It's just it's gonna be very interesting, but I thought about that when we knew who the final was, and I was like, I feel like this is a very I don't know if we realize it yet, but it could be a very defining thing in terms of McDavid and his future post whatever might happen in this Stanley Cup final. Which I who knows? We don't know if they win and whatever, but I have no idea. Just a little food for thought, everybody, while you're watching these games.
Yeah.
Like, just an idea.
Well, let
There's
us.
also a
Okay.
decent amount of players on Florida that also are like going to be UFAs,
Yeah.
which is a whole other thing, but who knows?
If you're listening still, leave a comment. or DM us or whatever and let us know if you are Connor McDavid and you lose, what are
Forget
you
the Deja
doing?
Vu title. It should be if you were Connor McDavid. That's the title of the episode.
Yeah, but
Oh
like
my
you
god.
kind of have
No,
to put
it's
yourself
real
in their
though.
shoes when you're thinking about
Yeah,
contract valuations, or at least like their
I do.
agent's shoes.
And like again, if you really want to win that bad, like what are you playing hockey for if you're not playing to win?
Like,
Or
yeah,
not
like
that's not
your
what I
ult
mean, but
no,
like
but
your
your
ultimate
ultimate
goal,
goal as a hockey
yeah,
player is to win the cup, whether it's the
not get
Walter Cup, the
paid
Calder Cup, the Stanley
amount
Cup.
of money. I don't know. Just a thought. Some ideas. That was not supposed to be
Also,
a whole tangent, but it was.
if you're a hockey player and your goal is not to win your respective cup, leave. If your only goal is to
No,
make
I'm so
money,
sorry.
go invest in a hedge fund. Leave.
Go
Get out of here. No
go play
one
some
wants you
hockey
here.
with yeah. Oh my god.
Like,
It's true.
could you imagine just being like, I just want to make as much money as possible? And like
No.
saying that out loud? Like, could you imagine it comes out like
That'd
whenever
be the
McDavid,
most insane thing. Hearing that from somebody who plays in the NHL. Like I'm sure some of them might think like that, but I feel like hearing it, I'd be like, what?
but like, what
Hold
does
on
it
a second.
matter if you are the highest paid player if you never win a cup? Because your
It,
legacy is going to be that you are the biggest
can
waste
I
of
start
time and
snapping?
money ever.
No, I agree.
That's your
And
legacy you're going to leave
and
behind.
you're gonna go out having like every fan of whatever team you're playing for absolutely hating you.
Hating you.
Like you are never gonna be looked back on as a player that like is
No.
beloved or really enjoyed watching you because they're only gonna talk about how much money you ate up from a team that never won a championship.
Yep. Yep.
There's no Hall of Fame for that. There's no Hall of Fame for that. I'm sorry. So
Well, that's my fear with Shesterkin. Like
I know.
I'm
I
and like he has enough of his stats to have like a Hall of Fame career, but at the end of the
yeah,
day, if you don't have a cup,
yeah, I would say the awards and the cup are really what tips it over. And
do you
yeah,
think
it
you
makes
should
me
be
nervous.
allowed in the Hall of Fame if you never win a cup?
I think you should be.
Yeah.
Yes, because it's not based just on the Olympics and international stuff is considered
Yeah.
that gets taken into consideration, which is why everybody was
Well,
complaining
because it's
about
the Hockey
the
Hall of Fame, it's not
NHL.
the NHL Hall of Fame.
Yes, which is why a lot of people were like mad. A lot of the NHL players currently haven't gone to the Olympics because you can have a million golds from worlds and world juniors and whatever, but that is not the same level as an Olympic gold.
Yeah,
Um, so I would say yes, but I feel like it's very well. Like Hank got in without a cup.
that's fair. No,
Like he
I
was
know that
first ballot. He got in without a cup.
I know that people have. I'm
But
just saying,
I
do
yes,
you think
I do think yes, but I do think it should be like how do I word it? Like it should be on your resume going in. I don't think it's a defining moment. Like I don't think it defines you getting in, but it's like if you only won a cup, you're probably not getting into the Hall of Fame. But
well,
if you've done like everything else and didn't like today, if Connor McDavid never played another NHL game in his life and he never won a cup, he'd still be getting into the Hall of Fame.
you think so?
There's no way he doesn't. Yeah. Was every
Never got
I
an Olympic gold before.
well, okay, true. I guess he didn't play in the Olympics yet. Well,
Like
yeah,
when you're
true.
looking at like those accolades, McDavid doesn't have them.
But that's why everybody argued that like half of the league that like we've never seen any of them
Well,
play,
because
and that hurts
this,
them later on because when you're going in, you're
yep.
like, oh, you don't have any international play because they weren't able to go
Well,
or they couldn't.
this was the argument that was made about like Caitlin Clark. Like, are you the GOAT of college basketball if you never won a ring? And the amount of people who were like, no, you're not the greatest of all time if you never won a ring. And so, like, my question is, can Connor McDavid be the GOAT without a Stanley Cup?
But like, would you ask that same? But like, if Sid or Ovi never won a cup, like Sid to
It's
me
the
would
same
still
question.
be in the. I still would like Sid without a cup. He has three, but like without a single one,
Yeah,
I would still put him in.
but Sid's also been playing for 20 years
Yeah. That's when it's also
and
becomes like you look at like players who are still
has also
playing and
played
like
in the
players who are
Olympics
not. Yeah,
and has a
it gets
golden
tough.
goal under his belt. Like,
I
The
I'm gonna,
disadvantage of not being able to play international hockey over
yeah,
the
it's,
last few years is definitely like a hindrance to this class
yeah, I also
going
think
into
like
the Hall of Fame.
when we get to them, like they will play in next year, and I'm sure they'll play in 2030, etc. I'd hope.
Yeah.
But like at this rate, McDavid, McKinnon, whoever you're like, all of them are almost 30 already, which is wild. Um, so like there's only so much time left to play an X amount of Olympics, and there's only so many times you can win an Olympics in that time frame. So I do think, which would be interesting by the time we get to this group of players like retiring and going into the Hall of Fame, because I feel like it's going to be, you're going to look at the classes and realize how much weaker they are based
It's not
on,
weaker, it's just different.
no, but something like in terms of they're not going to have as much internationally international accomplishments on there.
They're
But I
gonna
also think
start
that's taking into
counting four
consideration.
nations.
No, literally, like well, that's so funny because literally at work when we build stuff for Hall of Fame and like we mention the NHL tournaments, but we're all like that doesn't even mean anything. Like it's an NHL tournament. You didn't win. Like okay, you won it, but like what like
Like it doesn't matter.
it doesn't. I hate to say it doesn't mean anything, but like it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Nobody's gonna.
No.
Yeah,
But like
it's
that's
an
gonna have
interesting
to
one.
be a conversation like when this specific
Yeah.
class of people get to Hall of Fame eligibility.
Like an asterisk. Like we
You're
talk
gonna
about like the
have
COVID
yeah.
seasons, it's gonna have to be like noted because
It's gonna be
there's no
like
way you don't tell people that.
well, yeah, because like you're there's no world in which you don't put McKinnon and McDavid into the Hall of
No.
Fame at the end of their career. However, you do have to note like they were not permitted to engage in
Hmm.
international
Yeah, it's not
competition.
like they didn't choose to. They literally could not go.
Yeah. Or like
Like
they
this
weren't
is
selected. Like they
yeah,
literally were not allowed to go.
yeah, which is yeah,
Just very
I don't know.
interesting. I
It
have
is
a
very
question. I
interesting.
don't know if you know the answer to this.
Yeah,
NHL prospects, like people who have been drafted already but are still playing in college,
correct.
are they allowed to go to the
To the
Olympics?
Olympics? Yeah.
Okay.
They have to get selected though.
Yeah, which
So
they
like in 2022
wouldn't.
when none of the NHL players went, and it was all and I hate to say it, Team USA sucked that year. They were really bad. It was all college kids. It was all prospects and college kids, and
It was not all college kids.
no, it wasn't all, but it was most.
I remember the
Um,
2018 Olympics. I knew like five or six of the players going.
yeah,
And like we were thrilled because we were like, this is so cool that we
yeah,
like
it's cool.
know the people who are going to the Olympics.
Yeah,
Um,
but yeah, even if the NHL players go, they can still pull from whoever's in the US like the USA hockey program or who has played whatever. Any of those kids are eligible. So anybody who played in like the World Juniors team that are still in college, they could go if they get selected.
I
It's
just
just
like
they have to
forgot
literally get picked.
I just forgot that like if you were already drafted, if you were like allowed to then go play the Olympics in 2022. Like
Yeah,
I forgot
I'm
about
pretty
that
sure
one.
you are. Yeah.
No,
I think we forget about it because we're always like, oh, you could build a roster just based on the NHL players, but they are still eligible.
I
They could
think
go.
also like you forget like again like the team wasn't great, so my brain like forgets like
Yeah.
who was on it, which is mean because this is
2022. Oh, I can't even tell you.
I know one person that was definitely on the team, but like other than that,
Who?
I have no. I think Kenny Agostino was on the team.
Let's see.
I think I might be
Mm-mm-mm,
getting my years mixed up.
mm-mm-mm. It's loading. Wait, there might have actually been. Why is this 2022 Olympics Games? Olympic Games. Blah. Um, who did you say?
Kenny Agostino,
How do you spell that? AG.
AGO,
Yeah, he was on that team.
and then I don't remember if Brock Little was on that team or not, or if he was on it in 2018.
No, not in 2022.
But Mark Arcabella was on it in 2018.
Brock Faber was. Oh yeah, Maddie Nyes.
Yeah.
I forgot about all these. Okay, so they were
Young, they're
NHL players
babies.
who were not yet in the NHL. Like we now
Yeah.
watch them in the NHL, but they were not yet there. Um,
I just like
which is
momentarily
crazy. I forgot
forgot.
about that. I know.
Yeah.
I like blocked it out of my memory. I like totally forgot. I like watched it. I actually watched. I watched the men's hockey that year, but I was so into the women's hockey that I
Oh
was just
yeah.
like, yeah, the men are on, whatever.
I don't think I
Just gonna put them on.
can I be so honest with you? I think I watched one game of the
Yeah,
men's and then I watched all the women's
I
and then
was
I watched
locked
curling.
in. Yeah, as you should, as you should. I'm a figure skater girl. After hockey, it's hockey and figure skating. I don't care who it is.
I
If
need
it's
to
singles,
watch
pairs, I
figure
don't care.
skating more often. I need to like
I
be on
could,
TV more because it's
it's so,
so fun. It's so gorgeous.
I love it.
Tessa
I could watch
Virtue,
it.
I
Yes!
love
I
you.
also, the show that got canceled by Netflix, why do I not remember what it was called?
There's so
It's about a
many.
figure
Ice
skater.
skating. There's
It was
literally
on a couple
so
years ago,
many.
but it got canceled by Netflix, and I was obsessed with it. And then it was like right around, it was during COVID or around there. So like when the Olympics were on, I was like even more locked in. I was like, it's fine. But yeah, we'll see
Yeah.
when we get there.
I love that. I was like, oh, we'll talk for 2 more minutes.
I'll we get to
This is gonna be
it's
such a
fine.
long episode. If you're still here, thank you.
I know we're just yapping at this rate. If you're getting
Yeah.
anything, we have said good things.
Yeah.
It's just been a very long time that we've been saying said things.
Jesus Christ. All right. Well, we go watch the Stanley Cup playoffs. The Calder Cup playoffs are still on if you're able to watch those in your area. Um,
Yeah. Actually, did the Checkers win today?
I don't remember.
Because I think they were gonna sweep. Hold.
Holding.
I know it's this 3-0. It's just 3-0 series lead. So they're almost there.
Isn't it best of five?
I don't know. It says takes 3-0 series lead. Hold.
I can't remember if they're still best of five or if it's
No,
best
I
of
think it's
seven at this
7
point.
now. It has to be 7.
The fact that they change it always messes with me. Also, like both of my teams are
I know.
out, so
I'm
I've
like,
stopped paying
and then I
attention.
have to remember the one in the West, the Canucks, not Vancouver,
The Abbotsford
Abbotsford,
Canucks.
made it to the Western Conference Final for the first time ever. We love that for
Mhm.
them. They're playing the Texas Stars, which I think Vancouver's won both so far. Not Vancouver,
Texas?
Abbotsford.
Oh, Abbotsford.
Sorry,
Okay. I was like, wait, what?
Abbotsford, not Vancouver. But yeah, I will be sat
Yeah.
keeping up with all of them. I haven't
Both of
watched
my
any.
teams are out. I'm really annoyed.
Guess
Um,
who's here?
Mort. Okay, guys, we have to go end the episode because I have to go talk to Brianna's cat.
He has entered the room. He is here. The MVP,
Amazing. All right.
the
I love you.
VIP
We'll see you
Homer.
guys next week. Bye. I'm
Yes,
gonna go
thanks for
talk
listening.
to Mort.